Welcome back to Guided Reading with Miss Oliver. We're going to go ahead and get started because we have a lot to do in just a little bit of time. Before we get started, we want to make sure we have everything in place. That means we want to make sure we have our worksheets out in front of us. The front cover should say word, find, and trace, and the back side should say which one is different. So go ahead and get that worksheet out. You want to make sure you have 2 pencils. And most importantly, you want to make sure you're in a clear and quiet space so you can focus and grow your brain. So you can pause the video right here so you can get those 3 things together. Okay, let's bring it back in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now since you had a chance to get your worksheet out, your pencils out, and get into a clear and quiet space, we're going to move on to the next thing. So we're going to talk about what are we going to be doing in this video. First thing first, we're going to do our sight word review. Then we're going to move on to our word family lesson part 2, still thinking about our IP words. And then lastly, we're going to end with our book, How Many Bites, the same one we read in the last video. So to our sight word review, because this is a review, that means we should already know this. We're going to move through this super fast. First one, repeating after me, your, there, into, from, because, look, how, this, his, and him. One more time. Your, there, into, from, because, look, how, this, his, and him. Now, you're going to pause the video right here so you can go through your sight words on your own. Let's see how many you can get. Pause. Now, since you had a chance to do your sight words on your own, we're going to bring it back in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go on to our next slide. So back to our word families with IP. What sound does IP make? That's right. IP makes the IP sound. IP. IP. Words like rip, words like lip, zip, dip, sip, clip, and flip. All those words should be super familiar because we worked with them yesterday. So let's go through it one more time. This time I want you to do it super fast. First up we have let's try that one more time. Rip, lip, zip, dip, sip, clip, flip. Now, I want you to point to the word lip. That's right. Should have pointed to that one. Next one, I want you to point to the word dip. Next one, point to the word sip. Sip. Last one, let's see if you can beat Miss Oliver there. Point to the word flip. I think I got you. So we have the word rip, lip, zip, dip, sip, clip, and flip. Now it's time for us to work on our worksheets. This is independent practice time. You should have your worksheets in front of you along with your pencils. First things first, Miss Oliver is going to go over the directions. I know that I should always put what at the top of my paper. That's right, my first and my last name should go at the top of my paper. Then after that, I'm going to dive right into my worksheet. So this first half, on the first worksheet, you should be on word, find, and trace at the top. At the top of the worksheet should be word, find, and trace. On this top half, you're going to circle the IP words you find below. So all of those words that we've been working with for the past 2 videos, you're going to look for them in this box and you're going to circle it. You're going to look for the words that we've been working with for the past 2 videos in this box and circle it. Then after you do this top part, you're going to bring it down to part 2. In this part, you're going to take 3 of those words that you circled up here and write it on these lines. For example, if you circled the word dip, you will write the word D-I-P right here, dip. Then you'll do it 2 more times with 2 different words. So how many words should you have on this line? That's right, 3 different words. After you finish part 2, you'll come on down to part 3. This is kind of like a word search. You're going to search for these words in this box. So Mrs. Oliver is going to do the first one. The first word is what? That's right, it's clip. You're going to look for the word clip in the box and you're going to circle it. So I found clip all the way at the top. I'm going to circle the word clip. Then I'll move on to the next one. Once you finish part 1, 2, and 3 on this worksheet, you're going to flip to the back and you're going to play a game. This game is called Which One is Different? You're going to look at these words and you're going to find which one is different from the other ones. Different means not the same. So for instance, I'm going to do the first one. I see this word, B-I-D. I see this word, D-I-P, B-I-D, B-I-D, and B-I-D. So if I look at all these words, I know that this one is different from the other ones. So I'm going to circle the word dip. Then I'm going to move on to the next one. You're going to look for the one word that's different from the other words. So you can pause the video right here so you can jump into your worksheets. I think you can do this in about 6 minutes. Once you finish, you can unpause the video and bring it back. Alrighty, now since you had time to complete your worksheet, I want you to push that to the side along with your pencils because you won't be needing those anymore. And we're going to jump into our next activity, which is our book. We're going to jump right into our book because we want to get started. So Mrs. Oliver is going to bring up the book right here. So the title of our book is How Many Bites? We read this book yesterday when Miss Oliver read it first and then you read it second. Now we're going to switch it up a little bit. You're going to be the teacher and you're going to get to read first, and Mrs. Oliver is going to be the student and I'm going to read after you. So let's hop right into our book. How Many Bites? Make sure you have your finger ready and make sure you're super focused. So going over our words to know, because you're the teacher, you're going to lead it. Starting with this first one. Already. Bites. Broccoli. Everything. Perfectly. And really. Ooh, you were a pro at that. Good job, teacher. Now we're going to jump into our book. Remember, get your pointing finger ready. You're reading first and then I follow. Go ahead and get started. My turn. Taylor, please eat your broccoli. Next page. Your turn. My turn. Mom, I'm already full. Your turn. My turn. Taylor, you didn't even try it. Your turn. My turn. But Mom, why do I need broccoli? Your turn. My turn. Broccoli is a perfectly good food. Your turn. Me. Broccoli does not look good to me. Your turn. Me. Fine. Close your eyes while you eat it. Your turn. My turn. Do I really have to eat it? Your turn. Me. You know, we try some of everything. Okay, how many bites? The end. So now since we read our book, I said I had some super cool questions that we're going to end it with. The first question, we're going to switch roles. So now I'm going to be the teacher again and you're going to be the student. And I have some questions for you. In the story, what food didn't Taylor want to eat? In the story, what food didn't Taylor want to eat? That's right, broccoli. She did not want to eat any broccoli. Next question. What did Taylor say in the beginning of the book when her mom asked her to eat the broccoli? What did Taylor say in the beginning of the book when her mom asked her to eat the broccoli? That's right. She said she was already full. That means she didn't have any room for broccoli. Awesome job. Next question. When Taylor said broccoli doesn't look good to her, what did her mom tell her to do? When Taylor said that broccoli did not look good to her, what did her mom tell her to do? That's right, you're correct again. Her mother told her to close your eyes when you eat it. So that means you still have to eat it, but just close your eyes when you do it. Awesome job. You guys are super good at this. So since we passed that test, Miss Oliver has another quiz for us. Going back to the beginning of the book, we had some super important words that we needed to know before we read. Now we're going to quiz each other and see if we remember those words. So on this page, I want you to point to the word already. Point to the word already. Awesome job. The word already is right here. Already. The next one. Now I want you to point to the word perfectly. Point to the word perfectly. You are super good at this. Great job. This is the word perfectly. Good job, Scholar. Next one and the last one. Now you're going to point to the word everything. Point to the word everything. Right again, I tried to trick you, but you got this one. This is the word everything. Awesome job, scholars. So we finished our book. We finished our word families with IP. And now we're going to wrap up our video. You guys did so good and I'm super proud of you. And I can't wait to see you on the next video. Have a great day.